Hey Ashley, Grant Putnam here, Putnam Landscaping. I just want to go over a few things with you. So to add plants in here, we had to add a new drip line zone. So what we ended up doing is we'd end up trenching from the existing valve boxes around the foundation of the house by hand. It's better than going through the lawn and breaking everything. So we would end up going through the next to the foundation of the house to get it over there and then install the drip line zone. There's 3 heads in this area we'd have to relocate, so we have to relocate those heads. The trees over here, you've got a bunch of dogwoods. Dogwoods don't do well in wet conditions. And obviously that's a lower section of your driveway, so all the water kind of feeds down to that area. So you're gonna end up most likely just removing all these dogwood trees in here. And when you replace them, I would say it doesn't make sense to put in trees, because you already have the red maple trees, not red maple, Sear rubrum trees through here, and those can do well in kind of wetter conditions. If you look at this, the characteristics of that, and that's why those are doing okay. Plus, the way the sun moves, north is this way, where my finger is facing this way. So the sun starts east, swings south, and finishes west. So the concept is, if you try to put trees in here, it's wet and it's also somewhat shady, which is why the Pachysandra is doing well, because you don't get a lot of sun. Plus, if you put other trees in here and give it 5-10 years, it'll be growing into the maple tree. So it doesn't make any sense, I think, to put in trees that aren't going to look very well. They're going to look kind of anemic. Most trees aren't going to do well in those wet, shady conditions anyway. So I gave you, on the quote, I gave you suggestions of either doing Hydrangea Annabelle, which is a type of smoothleaf hydrangea, blooms on new wood. So it's not like the Macrophylla hydrangeas that bloom on old wood, meaning that you have less of a chance of losing the blooms. All right, it blooms on that year's spring new wood. It starts blooming in July and goes through until frost. So that's one option. It grows about 5 feet tall, 5 feet wide, Annabelle hydrangea. I'll send you a picture of it on the email. And then the other option is Clethra ruby spice, which also, from experience, does well in kind of wet, shady conditions. So it's about 80 feet for where the yellow line is, and I was thinking you could space those about 5 feet apart and create like a nice border when you pull on the driveway with those shrubs. Okay. So that's it. I'll shoot this over to you and we'll take it from there. Thanks a lot.